Not that I can't get on the website.
Oh, did you get connected?
Yeah, but then it no. Yeah.
Anybody else have a computer in there? Charlie, there so.
Work at home.
Not currently at home.
Yes.
So they paid, yeah. But yeah, we actually, we saved some. Later, expensive.
Oh, that's good. That's very
Just to
good.
let people.
It was a little, having the vouchers, having the invoices, the voucher was a little bit. They were separately listed down below after.
Yeah, Joel, my computer doesn't have the updated software to allow me to combine.
Connect the two.
Yeah, that only Jen's computer. I think
They're all there. It took me a while to say, well, here's the voucher, but where's the invoice? And the invoices are all down below.
Yeah, you need Adobe Acrobat to connect them.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Ready? Sun, did you say sun? Supposed to be sunny today. Are you ready? Is this the control for the? Admit, yeah. Oh, can I have to shut off? Because your speaker is speaking, you have to put your earbuds in or something. Hello. We get feedback in each other. Plug 'em in.
Yeah.
It must be put to check your speaker. Technical difficulties. This is controlling, I could use it. So who is trying to get in?
Oh, somebody else.
I can do it. Yeah. Waiting for Catherine to come back.
We're lucky we don't live in Buffalo. Huh? Yeah.
We need a microphone. We're mostly here in person anyway, should be. 5 to 7 feet they're calling for.
Whoa.
Yes. Okay, let's call the meeting to order.
Higher boots. Start wearing waders, bib waders.
So welcome everyone to this unusually early in the day meeting. Your special meeting focused primarily on the bid opening. There's a couple of other things that have been added to the agenda. Are there other additions? I thought of one because we deferred approval of the minutes to this meeting. Do we want to do it or do you want to defer some more? Okay, what do you think? Fine. All right. Okay, so we won't add it then. Make a note of it though. Okay, good. Wait. So then we good with the agenda as it's, the other thing is we carried over the appointment procedure because we didn't have,
Okay, that doesn't work, whatever it is, I can't do it.
you have to shut the speaker off, otherwise you get feedback.
I know, I definitely understand.
Yeah, just couldn't figure out how to do it.
I'm telling you, I don't know why I can't do it.
Yeah,
So don't keep saying it, it's just I realize. I can't shout.
okay. Jacob Covert is here for our one remaining interview for the planning commission. So would you like to come up? I hope this mic is working because they can't hear unless you use it.
Is that mic on?
That's it.
Yep, now it is.
No,
Yeah.
it is.
Pull some IT work out here.
Is that an on position?
It is on.
Okay.
Yes. I think I heard it. Wait, do that.
Yeah, I had a splendid cheat sheet somewhere, but I didn't read it.
Jacob, have you had a chance to attend any planning board meetings?
I've looked into them. I've watched a few and, yep, yeah, I try to keep up with everything.
One of the things you mentioned in your application was that you want to help people grow, but also keep it small.
Yeah,
Can you talk a little bit about that?
so I've grown up here my whole life. We have a farm here between here and the town of Ithaca. I like keeping all the farmland the way it is, but I mean, if you can grow in the hamlet a little bit, try to help, a little more tax base, a little more revenue, help these guys out.
Well, to that point, the comprehensive plan as a vision, the focusing growth in the hamlets. And with the rezoning, we tried to make that as easy as possible.
For sure.
And conversely, it also calls for trying to preserve as much as possible of the outlying areas
Exactly.
and maintain them in their rural condition.
This morning.
Yeah. We didn't do. Please silence your phone. Yeah. So on the planning board, you get to deal with development applications,
Mhm.
and there will be some role as well in crafting the changes in the vision and the regulations that follow from them. With the comprehensive plan is now over 10 years since we've done it,
Mhm.
and we'll be revisiting that, in the future. Do you see the town, because you're plugged in, you've been here for a long time.
Mhm.
Do you see the understanding of where we should be going or where people would like to see the town go having changed over time?
I think we're trending in the right direction. And I think I would definitely like to help keep it going, progressing as far as, the rural land, the preservation, I guess, of a kind of small town feel. I'm bad at everything on camera here. This camera's getting me. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, I guess to go with that, I think that the rub is where we hear that people want to see growth, and then they say they want to make it so that people can just sell their land and that way make the money, and then that's called growth, but it's not concentrated necessarily where the plan zoning has been to try and concentrate it instead of taking up the outline of the.
Oh, for sure. I agree with what's going on as far as the zoning, trying to keep everything parceled off the way it is, and I think it's doing a good job keeping the big developments out. Looking at everybody else, it's crazy around, all the houses going up, duplexes, Lansing's growing everywhere.
Yeah, so that was, I think, the thing with the core, is to see, as far as trying to keep the infrastructure to support growth where there's enough resources and still allow the farmland, et cetera.
Yeah, to maintain.
Jacob, how about time? I mean, it's, you know, not like a full-time job, but it's at least one meeting a month and, you know, some prep and some reading and site visits, sometimes.
For sure, I can definitely make that.
And you're working with a water treatment?
Bolton Point Water. So we do all the municipal water for parts of the town of Dryden, Lansing, Village of Lansing, Cuga Heights, town of Ithaca, Ulysses. So I work with multiple municipalities and the health department, and I do plumbing code, so all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we could use an assistant operator in Danby, so.
I've been asked multiple times, I know. I've seen their system.
Yeah,
Yep.
I saw something here I want to ask you.
I don't think that's working.
Okay, I can't even hear you, so. Say about these.
I think they're all the
Is
same.
that one working?
I think they're both the same.
Yeah, neither one is
Is
working.
it on?
It's on, but, yeah,
I can't hear Joel, except for they sitting here.
yes.
This one,
Oh, that one works. Is this one working?
No.
I don't hear you.
I'm talking to you. Yeah, okay.
Let's see now. Oh, yes.
That works now.
Let's see here. I'm interested in the team working together business and how some of the experiences you have might be helpful to some other members, and how do you vision yourself working as a team member?
So I do it every day. You know, we organize, as far as like plan review for buildings, we all team up, try to tackle that. Water main projects, we did it. I just have done it a long time. It's hard to try to kind of explain. I was like working in a group and trying to see the project to the end.
So that whose ever skills are different from yours or in a team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try to promote each other doing that. Fogging up.
Have you looked at the comprehensive plan and the,
I looked into it a little bit. I wanted to sit down and actually dive into it, really see where it stands.
being a member of the planning board requires ongoing education.
Oh, for sure.
And you're prepared to spend the time it takes to go to
I do it all
training
the
and so
time.
forth.
Yeah, to maintain all my licenses and everything else. I'm used to it.
I think that was the rest of that communication question is the one that involves when there are differing opinions, and how do you approach like disagreements and conflicts, and
Try to hear everybody's side and see how you can come to a mutual agreement by incorporating everybody's, maybe a little bit of your idea, and try to mix it together and see what we can come up with to get the end result we're looking for.
I expect that planning board will, at least in the future, be doing some crafting of language. Do you have any, what skills can you bring to that process?
that one I'm kind of limited on. That would be probably a weak point of mine as far as crafting all that. But always willing to learn and see what I can do to help.
Yeah. Which, if, you know, when
Writing.
writing, basically, writing, rewriting, you know, when you have, you know, decisions, you know, a lot of the, when they coming up with the conditions, if any, for approvals, you know, how it's worded is important. It's just, it's a, you know, it has legal implications, so that it's important that the decisions of the board be clear, so that there's no question about it going on, you know, later in the passage of time, you know, that somebody looking back at it see this is clearly what the planning board intended when they approved this.
Yeah, no gray areas.
Yeah. So clarity of language is important, and then when considering what conditions to put in, clearly expressing what your, you know, whatever the thought is of the board members is an important part of that.
For sure.
Yeah.
No open end.
Yeah. So even though you're not necessarily the one that voices the thought, you know, being able to clearly express what is intended is part of doing the job well.
For sure.
And also understanding what's written so that you don't necessarily have to write everything.
Right.
Right.
That's not everybody has to do, and not everybody has those skills.
Correct.
But understanding what's written and being able to evaluate it and look at it
Comprehend
afterwards and say, oh, that doesn't make sense.
Of course.
Right. Yeah, the Napoleon's lieutenant, that's what I like. If I don't understand it, then somebody else probably doesn't understand it either.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any trouble attending the meetings.
No.
Good.
These 10 o'clock ones are a little difficult, but these 10 o'clock meetings are a little difficult,
Well,
but
this is a little weird.
yeah, had to take a day off to come here.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Thank you.
No problem.
See.
Oh, great. I do like Spectrum. It gives me well. Yep.
Yeah,
Works.
Mhm.
it does.
Since you're taking the day off, since you've attended some meetings,
Mhm.
any thoughts about what you witnessed or seen or what you like, what you don't like, or?
It was all pretty straightforward. They were kind of backtracking on some stuff, answering the same question 10 times and being asked the same question in a different way multiple times. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it just needs to get worked through. Maybe streamline it a little bit.
The process is quasi parliamentarian style, you know, in order to advance things, somebody has to make a motion.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that struck me about the planning board, especially lately, is that, you know, the chair says, you know, somebody want to move it, and everybody looks around like, who, me? You know, would you be, I mean, are you advancing the process, and
Yes.
making a motion, seconding them, you know,
Very,
focusing the discussion?
very comfortable doing that. I have no problem voicing my opinion.
Yeah.
You take the whole day off?
I did. I wanted to get some stuff done around the house.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna go feed cows. We got a handful, about 20 or so, 22. Right down the road from you.
Oh, over on Hanger?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That beautiful farm area?
Yep. That's all ours.
that's an asset. I mean, the agricultural community is underrepresented on the planning board.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Talking again.
Yeah, I know, I can't see the
I
back.
can't see.
yeah. Good?
Mhm.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks.
you, guys.
I think we should have the further consideration after we do the bid opening. The further consideration, it's on there, but it's not, it doesn't have a slot.
Location.
Yeah. Move
Wants
it.
to do the privilege of floor first.
Let's do the privilege of floor and the bid opening first. Come back to this. That's all right with everybody. Yeah, yeah. So let's pause the privilege of the floor. Is there anyone who'd like to address the board? I see Rhonda's hand up. Can you unmute yourself or do I have to unmute you? I don't know how to do that. Do you, Cindy?
Figure it out.
Mhm. There it. See, the down bottom place,
Yeah.
the under, that might be participants. Let's see, where is she? Ask to unmute, there you go.
Voila.
Ta-da.
Okay, remember that for the next time.
Yes,
I just want to say that I asked if Mr. Colbert's application could be posted like the other applications were posted on the agenda. And that hasn't been done. And I do want to make sure that I mention, if Ted doesn't, that we cannot hear Leslie at all. Her
Yeah,
mic
well-
is not working. And so the
Well, we
one
have another one.
working mic that Catherine has, she's going to have to share with Leslie. I only have one little thing that I want to say, and this is in reference to the email that I sent all of you about training. It's just an addendum because I've still been thinking about this. I would like to see everyone become a trainee on the, particularly on the planning board, become a trainee and not be allowed to vote, but be active, participate, be a trainee until they pass all of the classes that the Department of State requires. And then once they have passed the classes, and David is satisfied that the person has done everything that they need to, then David should put them up for a vote so that they can be approved to be a permanent member of the board and be allowed to vote. You know, that to me is the important thing. We should not be accepting anyone to the planning board without them having taken the classes, because when I started taking or going back to the planning board and sitting through the meetings, most of the people, I don't know how many, but many of the people on the planning board had not fulfilled their duty with the classes. And I mentioned this to David, and that's when he started to get on them about taking the classes. So all of these people were on the planning board, they hadn't taken the classes, and we have definitely had, as Joel will attest, some problems with people not understanding what they're supposed to be doing on the planning board. So I'm just recommending that everyone be considered a trainee to the planning board until they have taken the classes that they're required to take, and then David can propose to the town board that the person be appointed, permanently appointed to the town board. It's a 7-year appointment. You know, we need people on the planning board who are committed and willing to take these classes. Thank you.
Anyone else? Oh, Ted got his hand up. Sorry.
Thank you, thank you.
Like some of these batteries are. Yeah.
Yep,
Go ahead, Ted.
thank you. Privilege of the floor wasn't actually on the agenda, so I didn't prepare anything.
That is
It is, number 3.
number 3.
It wasn't, pardon me, but that wasn't the agenda I saw 10 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago when the meeting began. But that's okay. I'm not, no big deal.
Printed it out a
I
couple of hours
printed it
ago.
from online.
I looked at this agenda before I came to the meeting and there was no privilege of the floor on there. Anyway,
That's weird.
I just want to say that I think Rhonda had the right of it in much of what she said. And I think I could very succinctly state a method for achieving what Rhonda was suggesting. It is what is known as alternate members of the planning board who should attend all the training, who do attend the meetings and learn how it works. There is a mechanism and the town has not used it now for what, 10 years?
Been
I
a
think you
while.
were one of the last alternates, Joel. Anyway, I wonder if the supervisor could give a update on the status of the town clerk. At the end of the last meeting, there was a rather contentious discussion. The word resignation was mentioned several times, and it probably behooves you to put on record what fell out of that, so to speak. And yes, please, folks, make sure your microphones are working. Thank you.
Thanks. Quick update on town clerk. I spoke with her for over an hour yesterday, and she's still weighing whether or not to resign. You know, resignation doesn't really happen until somebody submits it in writing.
Is the town clerk present?
Yeah, and we're not gonna, no, well, the deputy clerk doesn't.
Okay, that was a
The
no,
the
but
town clerk, yeah,
there is a
Janice
representative.
came down with COVID yesterday,
Okay.
so
Thank you,
she's not
Joel.
here. Yeah, it won't be for several days. Okay, so, any other privilege of the floor? Don't see any. Moving on to the opening of the bids. Laura,
Is that,
that what-
that's right there?
the only one?
I'm pretty sure Cindy, that was the only one that came in.
Well, that makes it easy if it finds
Just
it's
one.
acceptable.
Just one.
Yeah. We have a bid. This is JB Excavation Services. Yeah. Jeff Benton. Yes. And the amount is $98,000. Is that
90,000,
98?
98.
Is that in the range you were expecting?
Yeah, I would say it's probably in the ballpark, little higher, but it's,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's a possibility. I wonder if he has the amount of plate in there.
Yeah, could I take a look at it, Joel?
Sure, yeah.
Laura, is that from? Is that from?
Well,
No, it was all advertised and
right, it's only a, well, it's a problem, we don't have to accept any of the bids.
Right.
Right, but you need to find a mic that works. Try something different, try another mic. There's some more behind. You need a mic that works. That one doesn't work.
Yes, it does. That works.
Does it work? I'm not hearing anything out of the speaker.
I'm not hearing you out of the speaker either, so.
I hear Catherine very clearly and I hear Joel very clearly. I don't hear Leslie very clearly.
We need to have a pack of batteries in this room.
Well, I asked Janice, nope, except when we tried before, it didn't work. Somebody needs to do battery maintenance.
Well, you said you take the batteries out.
Yeah, well, we have a charger, but somebody needs to be, needs to actually put the batteries.
I think you should do that.
All right.
I mean, the power is on.
Oh, sure. It's just that if the batteries run down, then it doesn't work. And there's also one that I'm not sure works even with the battery.
Yeah, right here.
So what have you found, Keith?
I'm thinking.
I'm going to give a brief description of what the bid is for.
There is this culvert
That's
on West Jersey Hill, which has been in a state of near collapse for some time. We tried to get a Bridge New York grant to replace it. And when we studied and we got the grant, the trouble is that when we looked at the requirements in order to comply with the state regulations regarding that money, it was going to cost us more to implement than we were getting in the grant. So we decided not to take it. I think we applied again. It didn't get it the second time because we increased the amount to reflect what it would actually cost to do it their way. And then decided to go this route and just use the CHIPS funds to see if we couldn't get it done more economically.
That's all.
And that's where we are. We solicited bids.
Minus the,
Yeah.
What do you think?
You probably should use the mic.
I'm sorry.
So the bid looks good. It's what I expected to see.
A little more
It
than
was a little more than what I thought, but it was actually, he's got all the materials in there except for the pipe.
Mhm.
So it'll be everything included. I also would like to say that we probably didn't get a lot of bids in against JB just because he's gonna be much lower, being that he is bringing out all of his own material out of his own quarry, which is a huge savings to the town, so.
Does the time of the year have an effect here? Because you were hoping to get it done.
Yeah,
Properly.
it really does. And actually, right now, we're coming back into a little bit of a wet season, so.
Yeah.
There's a possibility it might not get done. If that stream's really running hard, we won't be able to start excavating
I
on
mean,
it,
the
so,
streams are barely running even after 3 inches of rain.
yeah. But if it dries up a little bit, we can hopefully get it done this year still, so
Mhm.
we're optimistic, so.
We stop having below normal and go back to normal temperatures.
What was that?
We're supposed to be below normal for precipitation.
Yep,
So we
yep.
might stay dry for you.
Yeah,
And the temperature is supposed to be more normal towards the end of next week.
yeah. The frost helps slow all that down too, so.
Is it?
the
And is this
temperatures-
covered in the budget for this year?
Well, it's chip
This for
money.
chips, is this
And
chips?
there's chip money.
Yeah, and this was what was in our parameter of what we were discussing over at the highway. This is where, yeah, probably a little on our higher mark, but that was well within our parameter of what we were talking about in the budget,
Good.
so.
Good.
Um,
You don't have a problem with accepting the bid?
what's that?
You don't have a problem accepting the bid?
No, not at all.
I move we accept the bid.
Second. Okay. Any further discussion about it? Okay. Cindy, you get to conduct the first vote.
Yay.
All right, Connor,
Aye.
Hunter,
Aye.
Woodward,
Yes.
Gagnon,
Yes. Okay.
Tough.
Thank you.
Good luck with
Thank
that.
you. Now I keep thinking I could, if those pipes were up on the road, I could drive my car through them. They're so big. Every time I look at them, I think maybe my car and a couple of bicycles side by side, or maybe more, could fit through those.
Big pipe.
Unbelievably big. Yeah.
There wasn't any too big as far as the DEC was concerned, there wasn't.
They were too small. That's right.
Yeah.
Approval of warrants.
I will move the general fund vouchers 339 through 352 for,
352,
352
There was one added.
for
One added.
29,580 cents.
29, Nope.
$29,500.80.
What led to the decrease in 37?
What?
What led to the decrease from,
The previous balance from Thaler and Thaler had already been paid.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
There was a revised
$10,000.
abstract sent
Yeah.
out.
I mean, I did notice that a lot of what's in the current invoice from the lawyer is interaction over the
Yeah,
decommissioning agreement and operating plan. And hopefully some of that can get reimbursed so we can replenish
yeah.
the attorney line, because I think we may be over with this. Laura, can you speak to that?
So sorry.
Do we have to second the motion and then have a discussion?
Second,
Yeah.
We did, you already seconded, didn't you?
I was going to, but you started talking and now Pat has.
I think we caught the second.
No, you didn't.
No? Oh, I'm sorry.
That was earlier, the bid.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, talking about it. No. I did remark, doesn't this put us over in the attorney line?
$4,000. It was 13.
Yeah, we have to, I still have to, we're toward the end of the year. I apologize, I didn't get to doing an account analysis
Yeah.
for this particular abstract. I think we are maybe over in a few of them. But in our next meeting, we'll do a budget transfer in the next meeting. And then we'll look to it and do a final one at the end of December. We didn't get the opportunity to do it. We're probably over in the attorney's line with that. I'm not exactly sure where you could make a transfer of it right now. We don't have a resolution prepared.
Right.
But in our next meeting, we can do a complete analysis of all the accounts and we'll make our transfers. Yeah, it's a little out of order. It's a little not in the order that we like to do things, but if we could get the bills paid at this point, and then we'll do a good analysis for the next meeting and get things where they need to be.
Okay.
Thank you.
Laura, the one question I had about the general fund, do we need to do anything about change, like this senior citizens thing was added to this? Do we need to like remove it from that abstract?
You won't have to do that. I'll do that through the books.
Okay. All right.
I'll do that with a process through the accounting software,
All right.
with voiding off one and having the
Okay.
other one replaced. So that won't double it up as far as the total expenditure for
Right.
that line item.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Further discussion?
Nope.
Cindy?
Connors,
Aye.
Hunter,
Aye.
Woodward,
Yes.
Gagnon.
Yes. Right.
And I move that we accept the highway fund vouchers 199 through 204 for $15,763.16.
Second. Any discussion?
Thanks for the hard work.
Oh, you're welcome. They've all been working hard over there.
Yep.
hard work gets the job done, right?
Right.
Are we ready? Okay,
Connors,
Aye.
Hunter,
Aye.
Woodward,
Yes.
Gagnon.
yes. All right. Which brings us back to further consideration of appointments to fill vacancies. We did the Conservation Advisory Council on Wednesday. So that leaves the town board position and the planning board position. There was a question about whether we could do the discussion about the town board position in executive session. I don't have an answer to that question.
Well, we
can for
the planning board.
We can do the planning board in executive session. Do you want to go to executive session and consider that? Or do we want to, or do we want an executive session for both of them, which would be kind of a stretch because we're not sure we can actually do that, or we could simply opt to do the discussion of the town board appointment in open session and it wouldn't be an issue.
I think I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but I think I'm ready to discuss and consider the planning board seat. I'm not yet for the town board position.
Me
Ready.
too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
So we'll take it up next time.
Yes.
Yeah, the town board.
And get a firm answer next time.
Yeah, so you, to that question of whether we do it.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, do we want to consider the planning board position now?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to. And rules of procedures indicate that we will do that in executive session. The consideration, obviously not the appointment. We'll come back to that.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so we'll defer the decision on the town board position to the December 6th meeting.
Yeah.
And get an answer to the, can we have an executive session discussion preceding that choice? I move that we go into executive session to contemplate the appointment to the planning board.
Second that.
Any discussion? We have a vote. Cindy?
Connors,
Aye.
Hunter,
Aye.
Woodward,
Yes.
Gagnon.
Yes. We shall return.
My daughter's birthday. That's what's going on with these things.
Oh. How old is she?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Got it.
She's like 52.
Oh.
I'm not going to talk about how old I am.
You look fabulous, no matter what the age is.
I know. I feel different when I first get up in the morning.
Yeah. Bottom line is, any other contractor to come in with your base price, they're not gonna do it for less than $150,000. So it's still $50,000 light, and these could go up to $500,000.
Sure.
You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I think we're still good. Oh, that's why nobody else sees it. Yep.
Do you think it's gonna take a long time to put that in?
No, it's generally, it probably I'd say maybe 2 weeks at the most, 2, 3 weeks. It won't take that long. It's just, it's probably right now, it's depending on how much rain we get. You know what I mean? They have to do a pump around the system, you know. So we're not sending all the sludge down the stream and.
You guys have the Army Corps of Engineers involved. Oh, yeah. We had a big problem last year with all that rain. You know, we had that 18-inch bore underneath about 6 Mile Creek. Yeah. For the transmission main and that. Yeah. Bore got stuck multiple times.
These streams are really tough to work on now.
This one rock. They put rock falls in probably. Yeah, he came to out in a few guys last year. They did a bunch of culverts there. As soon as you got rock within like 3 feet of it, here comes the rain. It was expensive. Who are these guys I want?
JB is out of the Bennington.
Big guy, they have their office in Apple Lincoln.
Yeah.
In the Apple Lincoln area. That's like,
Yeah,
where he
right,
has his-
right.
where he has these big quarries and everything.
Yeah, his office is in there. Anyway.
Fred Robinson. They're close. They're right down the road.
Robinson's usually does put bids in, but they're, again, when they know that he's putting a bid in, this is very specific rock that has to be used for this job.
Oh, really?
And they're very big, but they're, you know, they're 3-4 ton rocks that are going in there and the string to hold all together. He owns his own quarry and the other places have to buy the rock through him. So, yeah, so it really
Smart.
they kind of know if he's putting a bid in. I didn't expect to see any other bids really, but.
They want to own the spot.
Yeah, yeah,
You're gonna make one either way.
yeah. He's a very honest guy, Bill. He's a good guy. He's a straight shooter. He's a nice guy.
Well, Danby doesn't have that much engineering, right?
No.
We do all the engineering, like TV lawyers somewhere here.
Well, we actually were working with like soil and water and they have engineers, so maybe sometimes counties engineer, but county really hasn't been doing much for it. They don't think they've been.
No, they haven't really been doing much.
Actually, some of our engineering has been done a week ago, right?
Yep, Tioga County engineer, the Tioga County engineer has.
We're having a little, it's a little tough spot right now.
Oh, not really, they got a lot of engineers down there.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But it's getting help, you know,
Yeah, that's nuts. You get all the way down there.
yeah.
It's good that we're using the resources that are around in the counties and within the municipalities,
For sure.
you know, and saving thousands and thousands of dollars in engineering costs.
Yeah.
Which is what these the county engineers and stuff, you know, that's what they intend to do, but that's great that the Tioga County engineer agreed to help us out, you know.
We had to bring in engineers, like bridging, like Gunderman Road, and that was the price of, you know, the price of putting a bridge in versus the culvert is,
It's probably crazy.
it's really crazy.
That pipe is cheap. It's huge.
Yeah. I won't comment on that, well, I can't remember what it was again, but it was crazy.
Yeah. Every time we ordered on the wire, it's like almost a year out.
Yeah. What's your first name?
Jake.
Jake Keith.
That's my.
I've met you before too, I think. So are you related to, oh, geez. King King Farms, right?
Yeah, it's my grandfather.
That's your grandfather, George was.
Yep.
And Mike is your dad, or Mike's your dad? Okay, yep, I know Mike. I know all of them.
Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
How's he doing? He's doing good?
Oh, yeah. Bigger brother real well.
Yeah, that's where I was working this morning. I was down there helping him out, so. Yeah, he's a good boy, hard at work.
He's done a nice job down there. In that house.
Yeah.
Cool, mother-in-law, sweet, mother, sweet.
Yeah.
Where is this?
Same. Do you know the actual place was down 5 miles? It's right at the foot of Boston.
Oh, okay. And at least now I know the area.
Yeah. You build a barn out there, probably as big as this, not as high, but. Should have built up the site a little bit before he decided to build this much building inside the barn.
Who hired you?
I got annual.
Oh, nice. We have not built that house on the side there.
Yeah.
With all the inspections.
Or actually, so you said to build the barn?
Yeah, we built
I think he actually had the Amish, somebody build the barn.
good call.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
Built smart. Working out. Probably up there now.
Save a few bucks, you got a good builder, you know.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's a lot better, a lot of stuff you buy around here now. Or higher.
I think we're in good shape.
Inflation came to, made things different from the last time. Inflation is a large part. Because of the food and it. Considering all the materials and everything. Having somebody else bid on this, I think at least double that.
Big project you guys got going on there, good.
Well, we got a lot of fights, tons of fights. I can't tell you all the tons of fights, cutting shoulders, we're doing miles and miles.
I don't think we need to vote to come out of executive
Yeah.
session, do we?
I move that we go out of executive session.
Okay,
I'll second that, out of executive.
yeah, go ahead.
Connors,
Aye.
Hunter,
Aye.
Woodward,
Yes.
Gagnon,
Yes. Not sure we needed to,
okay.
Yeah.
but we did it. So anyway. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
What's that?
And I'll entertain a motion.
Yeah.
Right.
I move we nominate, appoint Jacob Colbert to the planning board.
I'll second that.
Discussion has already occurred.
Well,
Anything
think,
more,
um,
anything more to be said?
I mean, there were many things that people mentioned in the discussion of the applicants and the interviews. But the thing that I think loomed largest for me was Jacob's connection to agriculture. And we have not had anybody with a, farming background, I think, since Ray Van Bogart. So, I mean, I think that's my major.
Yeah, I'm talking about whether it was Ray or Walt Sapansky who were last on, but
What's that?
I'm talking about whether it was Ray or Walt Sapansky who were the last ones on.
Ray,
But we haven't had anybody since.
right. Not really.
Yeah.
I also have to say, I think that having the experience in the infrastructure for water and the experience with that is really important to me as well, as the ability to work together with people with problems that are surely emergency and immediate, and people have to make big decisions. That's important to me too.
Other comment? Okay. I share the same feeling about agriculture. Cindy?
Connors,
Aye.
Hunter,
Aye.
Woodward,
Yes.
Gagnon.
Yes. Congratulations, Jacob.
Yay.
Look forward to working with you. I believe that finishes the agenda. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
And we'll work on batteries for the microphones.
Good, buddy.